I've been so excited about the KTM Duke 200 ever since I tasted it at the Bajaj factory test track. And today is the day I'm going to get to ride it. I'm not saying that the forgiving R15 or Mr. Nice Guy CBR 250R aren't good motorcycles anymore, but this is the sort of angry, frantic motorcycle that I so desperately crave. So let's not waste any more time and get right into the head of this hyperactive naked.
The aggression is obvious from the styling itself. All the panels you see are plastic, with KTM's traditional orange contrasted with matte black. Between all the edges and planes, it's a sharp, distinctive looking motorcycle that in my eyes is one of the best looking bikes in the country right now. The obvious mass centered around the engine area and the skinny, stubby rear end makes the motorcycle look modern and very fast. Build quality is excellent. Finish levels are at par with the best you can buy today in the country. And all the equipment is there too. The super clear all-digital meters are feature loaded. All the tiny indicators and the tail lamp are LED. A fat white monoshock sits on the externally braced aluminium swing arm. The trellis frame, fat sticky rubber, radial brakes, upside down forks. Bajaj haven't missed a single trick. Except maybe the strangely brown colored engine kill switch. Why not red? Or indeed orange? Intense is the word that best describes the Duke's nature and feel as well.
Chuck Norris. So the engine is a 4-stroke single displacing 200cc and making 25 PS. Hogwash. It's a 2-stroke and trust me, there is no crankshaft on this bike at all. Well, that's not actually accurate, but that's exactly how the motorcycle feels. The revs rise incredibly fast until the rev limiter cuts in. There's just like no inertia whatsoever going on. And it sounds loud, it sounds angry, and it's so delighted to be in that state.
The gearing is shockingly short, which means you rapidly go up the gears when accelerating hard. It all feels sharp, poised and frantic, and I like that a lot. It's something I wanted in a motorcycle in quite a while. The rapid acceleration is a result of the gearing, the 25 PS peak power and the light 136 kg curb weight.
Oh, it's a monster.
On the highway, a 110 kmph cruise feels natural, even though in 6 the revs may be as high as 6 or 7000 RPM. And believe me, most of the time there is enough power to just roll on the gas and add lots of numbers to the digital speedometer.
In design terms, this is supposed to be a street motorcycle, and in traffic it really is quite good. No, it's great. No, it's incredible. No, awesome. No, scintillating. I don't think I'll find the right words. The point is that if you're in a calm state of mind and you know what you're doing, you'll slip through traffic so fast that you'll always get to your destination earlier than you planned on. But God forbid you're in a hooligan state of mind, because then this thing turns into a proper monster. You're on the fine line between having fun and losing your license.
But there is a problem. This is a super stiff motorcycle in suspension terms, and while that grants it impeccable unflagging cornering ability, it also causes the ride to be hard, though not harsh. In corners, this causes issues when the road has bumps in the middle. You can often feel the front end react to bumps, which is a bit unsettling. At a racetrack, the KTM will probably be a demon. But on our less than perfect tarmac, it can be challenging to keep the pace up high, especially on bumpy and twisty roads. And as soon as it straightens or smoothens out, the KTM will summarily disappear on whatever is following it.
The lightweight of the KTM manifests in corners as well. In fact, the KTM doesn't really feel like it's made up of 1,000 components bolted together. It feels like it was hewn from one giant chunk of plastic and metal. And it's this light but dense feel that gives it electric responses. Think about turning into a corner and the motorcycle's already turning, already leaned over. And once it's leaned over, it's planted.
But it isn't out of its depth on highways either. Pillion accommodations are far from lavish, but the ability to cruise at a high speed is pretty good. At a steady 80 kmph-ish, it even returns 38 km to the litre. The upright riding position is very comfortable, and despite a slightly hard seat, which I think will wear well over time, this isn't a motorcycle afraid of big miles.
So the KTM is properly jaw-droppingly good. So good in fact that I'd say it's very nearly peerless in the market today. However, there is a proviso. This is not a motorcycle for everyone in the way that say the CBR 250R is. It's a hard motorcycle, it's an unforgiving motorcycle, and it absolutely demands respect. But understand its nature, give it its head, and trust me, the stories and the smiles will go on for ages. This is a properly milestone making debut for KTM in India, and I simply cannot wait to see what is next.